everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to move y'all so that you are closer to my light so that I have a better view of my makeup, and then the light's closer to my face. So we're going to do a date night makeup look tonight. This actually was supposed to be my girls' night, and then one of my friends canceled, but I think it's still going to be a fun night. So I'm going to start prepping my skin. I already had a shower. My hair, well, it's semi-dry. Like I said, my hair dryer broke, so it's kind of wet, but I put it up in a twisty bun thing so that it's kind of like curly when I take it down. And I did put lotion on right after my shower to lock in moisture, but I'm going to add some of my Innbeauty Extreme Cream. The last makeup look I actually did a voiceover, and sometimes when I do that, my looks are much faster because I can just like go the speed that I go normally without talking. And then because sometimes I find that I can't like talk and apply makeup at the same time. And then also when I go to edit it, then I can just fast forward the whole thing and it's so much faster. But today I am just going to talk to you guys. I've got about an hour. I've had some phone calls, so I'm running a little bit behind, but I think I should still be okay. I've got a drink here, but I am going to have a coffee on the way so I can keep up my energy tonight, because I stay out until about 2, and then I don't get to bed till 3 after taking off my makeup and kind of, you know, de-stressing. Not de-stressing so much, what's the right word? Just kind of chilling. There's a word for it, and it's right now I don't know what that word is. Okay, so I should have done this in the opposite order, but I'm going to put some Caudalie Body Elixir, Beauty Elixir. Wow, Body Elixir? Where did I get that from? This still is an amazing, it's like a tonic. It kind of smells herbally. I just love it. I don't know, I'm obsessed. I'm also going to put some of this. I got this from an Ipsy glam bag forever ago. It's by Oriza, and it's Dewy Glow Balm, and it's for skin, lips, and nails. Probably just Vaseline, but it kind of comes out like shiny. So I'm just going to put this on my lips to help prep for makeup later. My lips feel a little dry. This is stuff I actually used to put on my lids because it was a dewy glow balm. You can actually use it as a highlighter. I have seen, actually, was it, wow, I have one of her foundations here. Let me see. Triglycerin foundation, House Labs, Lady Gaga. House Labs has a new highlighter, and one of the options is like clear. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'm eventually going to pick that up. I'm going to get like the one that was sold out, and then I'm going to pick up a clear. So for primer, I'm going to use my One Size Secure the Sweat, because right now my face is a little bit wet looking, kind of glowy, but I want it to not sweat. It's a little bit warm today, and because I've hydrated really, really well, this is going to keep my makeup from moving around too much. Okay guys, I was like looking everywhere. I like cleaned up my makeup the other day and I couldn't find my foundation. I'm going to mix 2 foundations and hope this is okay. I'm also going to add the B12 base thinner by One Size. I've only used this once, so I'm going to use that again. It kind of gives a pearlescent glowy effect. One is House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. The shade of this one is 190 Light Cool. And then I'm going to use my YSL foundation. This is the Yves Saint or Touche Eclait Le Teint Foundation in BD40. So I'm going to mix the 2, add a little bit of this, and we'll be right back and I'll show you what it looks like. The only thing I have left is to put some brow gel on. I did open up a new brow gel today because I noticed my old one was just like toast. So I opened up a new one. It's going to work so much better. I also opened up a new liquid liner. So I used the Too Faced Better Than Sex black liquid liner. I love it. I think you can also get it in brown. But I prefer the black. So I used Rare Beauty one time. I think this was like 2 or 3 makeup looks ago, maybe 2. And I either put it too close to my inner corner, but it started, like it wasn't waterproof. It says it's waterproof, but it wasn't. And it started leaking all over the place. Oops. It leaked all over the place and made my makeup look like crap. So I'm not too happy about that. But I did pick a palette. I picked the Cor De Rosa palette by Sigma. So I'm going to use that today. I'm not going to do like a dark line on the waterline. I'm going to do more on the upper lash line with lashes and to make it look big and pretty. But first, we're going to contour and bronze. I'm using the Solace liquid highlighter by Rare Beauty. I love this one. I don't know why I like go like that. I do it on my cheeks to figure out like where the product needs to go. But I guess I don't really need to do this too much. I put a dot underneath my lip, and people have been doing it on top. I don't like that. I like putting highlighter here still. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks, so I don't do that. But I will apply, you know what, we'll do this first, and then I'll apply my bronzer. So I'm going to make a line. I'm not going to blend it all out right now. Okay, and then same with my nose. Blend it out a little bit after. I don't need that much product under my chin though, so I'm just going to blend that out while I'm waiting for this to dry down. And it's going to look weird, but it's fine. I'm going to take my bronzer. This is the Nars Laguna 3 Cream Bronzer, and put this around the perimeter of my forehead. It's going to look nuts at first, but this is the magic of makeup. You blend until it's perfect. Especially with cream products, I find they just blend so nice. And like, honestly, you guys, like I use tons of cream products now, but for the longest time, I was deathly afraid of cream products. I hated it. I thought I hated it, but I didn't really. I just didn't know how to use them. And I think that's for a lot of us with makeup. We just don't know how to use it. So, you know, kind of makes us scared of like using makeup. So we don't use makeup, but it just doesn't take much to learn, honestly. Like most of my things that I learned were on YouTube. Okay, looks good, all good. Okay, so for blush, I really like this e.l.f. liquid blush that I used the other day, so I'm going to use it again. This one is in Coral Crush. I prefer this color because it feels like it blends more naturally. It's really bright. This one has a bigger punch than the Huda Beauty blush filter even. Put a little bit on my nose, I guess, just a tad. But I'm going to use my other blush sponge for this one. Yeah, it has a bit more pigment to it. The other one I find just really melts into my skin and then I lose the color. So this one just kind of holds it a little bit better. You could do the same thing with this one that you could do with the bronzer. Let it dry down, like buff it out a little bit like this. Let it dry down and then go back into your damp sponge before you, like, don't put powder on it yet, of course. I haven't been loving the whole powder look. I really haven't. So I'm going to leave it like that. It looks crazy, but you guys, once I get eyeshadow on and lashes, it's going to look fine. So I'm going to spray my face again, and then we'll put highlight on after. I was like, that's why it's crooked, because my fan was underneath it the whole time. So I love this fan. I wanted one in BC last year because BC got so hot. It was like 30 or higher, but it was more so the humidity coming off the water that was just like, it made it so gross. We're going back the end of June, and I think the next trip after that isn't until September. So unfortunately we missed July and August, but at the same time it's good because then I'm home all summer long with my kids, because I think we don't go back until September, and September will still be pretty warm. Okay, so there we go. Face is really dewy, like almost over dewy, but I think by the end of the night it'll kind of calm down a bit. I'm going to go into shadow now. The Cor De Rosa palette. I haven't used this in a while, and I love this brush. I love the brush that comes in it. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll use it. Nah, I like my brushes. I cleaned all my brushes. I can't not use them. So I'm going to use an E25. This is to start packing on the color. Actually, this is an E24. I lied. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a blending color in the crease. I usually do a lighter one, but I'm going to do Hybrid, which is this color, and Summer Song. So Hybrid, Summer Song, I'm going to mix those two. You wouldn't think that that would be a good combo, but it's going to be fine. So in the crease, kind of sticking to the outside of it, but it doesn't really matter that much. But I am going to darken that area up, so we'll bring it up a little bit to get some color on the lid. And this palette is super pigmented. I remember this came out before the Patrick Ta, I can't remember the name of that one, but the one that's like a bit more rose colored. And yeah, I really do like Sigma shadows. There's a whole slew of Sigma shadows, and I'm like, okay, every time it comes to Black Friday, they go on major sale. I always end up buying brushes, except last year I didn't. But this year I'm going to try to save for Good Friday and Cyber Monday and all those good sales. And I'm going to try to get some Sigma products because they have a slew of shadow palettes that I want to get my hands on. I haven't bought anything from Sigma for a while. Okay, so there's the base, and then I'm going to go in with Shakespeare, which is this dark red color. I'm going to change my brush. We're going to go in with a smaller brush. This is an E27. Maybe I'll add Shakespeare with the Summer Song just to kind of keep it in the same color tone. And we're going to add this to the outer corner. And just kind of blending it in there, pushing it on, adding it in. And remember, the previous brush has some of that original color on it. So I think what we'll do is use that brush to blend this better because it is going to blend into the original color better. But before we do that, I'm going to take that first brush and just run it along the lower lash line and get some color on there. I'm just going into Summer Song and Hybrid again, running that color along the lower lash line. So you can still add color to the lower lash line even if you don't actually add liner. You don't have to have liner. But it does help to distribute and just kind of make the look very cohesive if you add it to the lower lash line as well as the top lash line. And generally, I mean, like again, makeup differs and you can do editorial makeup and it looks completely different. But the general rule is that you add any color that you add to the top, you add to the bottom lash line. Doesn't always apply though, and you can do whatever you want when it comes to makeup. So, I mean, it's just a general rule that some of us follow. So same brush I just used, I'm going to use this to blend out that new color we added to the lash, or the lid. I'm going to blend it out. I feel like I like the right eye better than the left eye. I don't know what I did, but I really like it. Okay, and now I'm going to use the small brush and go in with Bare Root, which is the darkest shade. It's not black, it's kind of like a really dark browny burgundy color. And normally you could use this as a liner, but I'm just going to darken up the outer corner even more. Kind of keeping it on the lid instead of bringing it up and out. Just to emphasize, the more colors you add to your lid, I've said this before, the more colors you add to your lid, it really does give your eye some definition and it looks kind of cool. I'm just going to touch this to the outer corner of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a completely clean brush. This is an E25. And actually, I don't want an E25. We're going to use, if I even have one of those in here, yeah, I do, an E35. And I'm just going to blend this area here because I don't want any noticeable lines on my eye. Okay, just like that. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go into Belle of the Ball. It's like this really sparkly color. It's really pretty. And pop this on the inner corner. And we'll blend it towards the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with that first brush, the large one that we used, and go back into Summer Song. Tap in there, tap off the brush, and kind of blend over that right in the middle here. Okay, so it didn't take it away, it just kind of like blended it out a little bit. I think I'm happy with the way that looks. Kind of looks like my blush actually. But what we're going to do now is line the top lash line. So I'm hoping that this is going to go on really, really well. I'm going to apply mascara, apply lashes, and then we'll come back and look at lips and see what else needs to be done. We'll be right back. Okay guys, so I did a couple of things because my son came in and talked to me, so I was like, oh, I better get this stuff done. I added my Morphe Bite Me lip liner to my lips because I couldn't find my Anastasia Beverly Hills one anywhere. It's probably in my bag. And then I added the Saie Bouncy Lip, let's see, it's called Glossy Bounce Lip Gloss in the shade Disco. I really like this color. I've kind of been avoiding it, and I've been using the Huda Beauty Fulfiller instead in She's Flirty because I love that color. Like, I'm obsessed with that pink, and it's kind of sparkly. But this one kind of goes better with my look, especially with the shadow that I picked today. So then I put my lashes on, and I have yet to highlight. So I'm going to go in with my Sephora Colourful Luminizer in 05 Iced Pearl. I'm going to see if this one will do a nice inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to pop it on right here. Just going to notice I had a little bit of mascara particles there. So I'm going to put this on the inner corner. It's iced pearl, but it kind of has like a pink undertone a little bit. Put underneath my eyebrow. Eyelashes went on perfectly because I waited for them. I always forget that step, and I'm like, I need to wait. Okay, so for the rest of my highlight, I'm using the Mesmerize shade in Liquid Highlighter by Rare Beauty. This goes really nicely with the blush. Put a little bit on the tip of my nose. I'm just going to touch that lip liner up a bit because I always highlight over top of it. Okay, I'm going to take my sponge and blend the highlighter in. I don't know, is that even enough? Maybe I need more highlight. I always need more highlight. Who am I kidding? Okay, on the nose. And I think that's good. So next and last setting spray, and then we're done. Okay, I think I just literally ingested that. That was so much. So I'm going to fan my face dry, and that is it. I love this look. It's not over the top. Lately I've been doing like really over the top lashes, and these ones still are, but they're a bit more fluffy. So I just feel like they're better. And I also applied them a little bit closer to the outside of my eye. So I feel like because they're not so like covering my entire eye, I feel like maybe they're a bit, well, I don't know. This one just looks like it's huge. I don't know if I even applied it right. But maybe they're a bit more, I don't want to say natural looking because they still don't look natural, but they're more eye-opening, especially because I didn't put anything on the lower lash line. I feel like my voice is going. I've been singing practice today and talking a lot, and now my voice is bleh, I'm done. So last step, I thought I was done, but I'm not. I'm going to put some of this What is that? That is a, okay, I'm going to use my Tarte Fake Awake eyeliner. So I just put a little bit of this on the lower lash line. And I'm totally ruining my concealer job on the lower, underneath my eye, but I'll touch that up quick. So just like that. I just kind of makes your eyes look bigger and brighter, and then it doesn't look so closed, and your eyes look a little bit bigger. So I think that's good. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to powder. A setting spray I think is going to keep everything in place, looking fresh, looking really pretty. I'm gonna bring this with me tonight. I'll also bring my lip gloss, and I think that's it. I think I actually got lip gloss on my chest. Wow. Don't know how that's possible, but it happened. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for watching this makeup tutorial. I love this palette. It's so fresh and pretty for spring. Still spring until June 20th. So there you go. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you are new, please subscribe. I would love to have you join my channel. Click on the bell button to be notified when I upload new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Have a happy date night, or have a happy girls' time out like me tonight. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.